What is going on, everybody? It's the Front, and it's been a long time, but I am here for the Wrestle Kingdom 17 mini review. I'm not going to go into full details, but this is how things are going to go in 2023. I'm not doing Raw SmackDowns anymore because that's just kind of boring. I'm getting tired of doing the same shit, different day. AEW might every once in a while. Definitely want to review tonight's show if I get the chance. But for big events like Wrestle Kingdom, like WrestleMania, like SummerSlam, Survivor Series, even Final Bat, like even anything that happens with Ring of Honor, most likely we'll get as well. But this show, very long show. The pre-show started at 1, and the show just got done at 7 a.m. Pre-show matches were Rhea Iwa versus Oleg Boltin in a time limit 3-minute draw. It was just a little exhibition, nothing too much there. Oleg is the new young guy for them. I believe he's going to be a young lion going forward, so good on him. Great Khan, Shingo Takagi, Sho, and Toru Yano are the final 4 of the New Japan Rambo. You had both members of TMDK in there. You had Hikuleo. You had majority, if not all, of the House of Torture were in there. And Sho actually started the thing off. Shingo Takagi was in there. He was the final man of the field. I think it was a 19-man field. In the end, Great Khan, Shingo Takagi, Sho, and Toru Yano. It was fine. It is what it is. Yuji Nagata, Shotashi Kojima, and Toge Makabe. Tell you what, New Japan shout out the big bucks for the music this week, because I did not know that Toge Makabe had Led Zeppelin as his theme until this show hit. And usually when his matches come on the shows, it's like his music has been changed for copyright reasons. Not tonight, not today. So, New Japan shout out the big bucks for Led Zeppelin and allowing it to play. Took on Tatsumi Fujinami, Minoru Suzuki, and Tiger Mask. Shame Minoru Suzuki did not get to come out to his theme, so the crowd, the first time that cheering has been allowed, and I think it's allowed going forward, was tonight, and we didn't get to hear the crowd do the whole spiel with Minoru Suzuki. Now, the one problem I have with the whole thing is that this match lasted 9 minutes, and they still had 20 minutes to go. This was at like 2:40. The main show did not start till 3 o'clock. The show went 4 hours and 15 minutes. So, yeah. But Catch 2-2, TJP, and Francisco Akira took on Leo Rush, and Yo, the winners of the Junior Tag League. Leo Rush got busted early. He got hit with a move onto the steel grate that they had. And when they zoomed in later, it doesn't look like a normal steel grate. That stuff looks like if you get hit on that, you should be cut open every time. But he was the first one to gush tonight. He wasn't the last person to do that, but more on that later. Catch 2-2 retained the championships. It was a pretty good match to start off the show. They always seem to start off with the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions because this is a match to light up the crowd and get them on their feet and get them going. Then the big match that everybody was talking about, everyone expected, was Kairi versus Tam Nakano. The match wasn't the big selling point. It was what was going to happen after. Now, Kairi did win in about 5 minutes and 56 seconds. The women did not get much time at all. But it was what happened after the match that everybody was talking about. Everybody wanted to, was she going to show up? Was she going to be there? Yes. Mercedes Moné. She is no longer Sasha Banks. Comes out with this beautiful looking gi on, robe on, got this headpiece on, but then we got to talk about the hair. What was she thinking? If I can get a image here saved up, I'm going to get that here in a second. Give me 1 second here. Let me find this picture. I have it on my PC. I think it's saved, right? Saving jazz. Okay. Let me pull this thing all the way out. Let's just talk about this hair. What was she thinking? That is her actual hair. It is her roots. I've looked at it completely. You can see the roots coming up and everything. That is her hair. blue hair with flames on it. She looks good. She looks fantastic. Kairi holds the title up. They shake hands. She pulls her into the gory special and then turns her around and tries to hit a DDT. Didn't look pretty at all. Then she's like, oh, Kairi, poor Kairi. And she calls her shot on February, I believe it's February the 18th at Battle of the Valley. You are going to get Kairi versus Mercedes Mone for the IWGP Women's Championship. This is pretty much just confirming that Mercedes Mone will be at the show on January 11th and be Soraya's tag team partner. Now, people are probably asking, why do you want her to be a heel when she's going to be obviously a babyface? It doesn't make any sense. They're two different companies. Carl Anderson in WWE is a babyface right now, a part of the OC with AJ Styles and Luke Gallows and Mia Yim. He could come here, be a dick heel like he was, and give you that. And it's just two different companies on two different continents. Come on. Next up, we had Bishamon defeating FTR for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. Not a surprise here. It's actually been pretty cursed for the IWGP World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. I think it's been since, 2014? I think it's what Chris Shelton said. 9 years since the IWGP Tag Team Championships have been defended successfully at Wrestle Kingdom. They were not defended successfully. Again, this match went 10 minutes and 10 seconds. I am a little disappointed. I think it could have went a lot longer, but the match, like I said, this show went on for 4 hours. So yeah, having 12 matches, none of them being on the main card, it is kind of exhausting. I mean, I'm not exhausted. This is what's crazy. Then we had the inaugural NJPW World Television Champion, as we had Zack Sabre Jr. take on Ren Narita. Now, this match has a 15-minute time limit. That is all these matches. If you want to see this match, you don't want to pay for New Japan World or Pirate or whatever, they will put these matches on YouTube at a later time, probably within the next 24 hours. It'll be on their YouTube channel. So if you want to check out this match, very decent, very good match here. Of course, they had a little bit of a dick measuring contest. Who can kick who hard in the back hard enough? Zack Sabre Jr. worked on the arm, and eventually it paid off with a submission victory for him. After the match, Mikey Nichols and Shane Hayes come out, and I didn't know this, that apparently these three were travel buddies back in the day. So Zack Sabre Jr. is the newest member of TMDK. Jonah is out. He went back to WWE to be Bronson Reed and Zack Sabre Jr., who is a free agent as Suzuki-gun was broken up due to Bushiroad's response to Carl Anderson leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling as the new Never Weight Champion. So they broke up they're going to be breaking up teams that are full of freelancers and making sure that they don't put too much emphasis on freelancers anymore. Speaking of Carl Anderson, he drops the Never Openweight Championship to Tama Tonga. This was a 9-minute, 35-minute match. It was really good. I don't get the fact that anyone's showing any hate to Carl Anderson. First off, the dude was offered a contract by WWE, and he took it. Should he have waited? Yeah, more than likely. But you got to think about this. New Japan Pro Wrestling needs to get out of the 80s where, handshake deals were respected and everything, and realize that if somebody comes and hands somebody and offers the bag to a talent, that talent is going to take it and run. Maybe not a Japanese wrestler, but any gaijin who is offered the bag is going to take the bag. So what New Japan should have done was locked up the Good Brothers for dates in a guaranteed contract between when they return to New Japan Pro Wrestling to Wrestle Kingdom. This shouldn't have been they're just gonna show it back in WWE. No, it should have been done and over with immediately. But no, that's hopefully with how things are going now, New Japan Pro Wrestling and Bushiroad will go, oh shoot, we need to do this a different way and we're gonna do this instead. But knowing how everything works, I'm pretty sure eventually they're going to go and they'll go back to their ways again, and they'll regret it again. Keiji Muto, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Shota Umino defeated LIJ's Tetsuya Naito, Sanada, and Bushi. This was Keiji Muto's last match ever in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I did watch his match as the Great Muta versus Shinsuke Nakamura on Sunday. Actually got to see the whole match. It was pretty fucking good, better than it had any right to be. This match was pretty much just a show. This was pretty much a passing the torch and it was pretty much a way to prop up Shota Umino, who got the most shine and actually got the pin and the win for his team in this match. So, very good stuff there. 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Hiromu Takahashi wins the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship over Taiji Ishimori, the former champion, El Desperado, and Master Wato. I will say that, yes, obviously it wasn't finished, but Master Wato really looked like an idiot in this match. The dude has an awesome finisher that he hits, that he had the champion pin. Nobody was around. And the whole thing, it should have been, let Taiji Ishimori actually kick out, but the way that the sequence happened, it looked like, and it definitely was, Master Wato let go of the pinfall before Taiji had a chance to kick out. So it looks like he had the pin and the win, and he just let go because he's like, oh, no, I'm going to finish this off for sure. It ended up costing him in the end. He kept going for the same move over and over. He hit it a couple times, but the last one, he ended up getting hit with the move, with Takahashi's finisher, and Takahashi regains the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. And then, the match of the night. This is no surprise to me or anyone else. Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. Again, New Japan Pro Wrestling going and contacting Square Enix to get the rights to One Winged Angel Sephiroth's theme, allowing Kenny Omega to walk to the ring with this theme. That ain't a pretty penny, and that's not a cheap song to go for either. I could not do this match justice if I wanted to. This is a match, if you want to watch one match from this show, it's this match. I will say, kudos to Will Ospreay for taking a DDT onto the exposed steel on the turnbuckle, getting busted open, and then wrestling the rest of the match with a massive cut on his forehead. Kenny Omega regains the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship, beating Will Ospreay in a 34-minute banger. This was great. This was honestly one of the best matches I think you will ever see. Kenny Omega went out there. Will Ospreay went out there to prove that he is just as good. He is on that same level. He will fight till the last breath to beat Kenny Omega. And there were times it looked like he would have won this match, but in the end, it just was too much. Don Callis on commentary too just added to this. And honestly, in my opinion, and I'm gonna say this, Don Callis and Kevin Kelly, when Don Callis is being unbiased, are one of the best two-man commentary groups ever. I don't want to hear anyone say otherwise. Yes, I know you got JR and the King back in the Attitude Era, back when they actually were at their apex. What they did in 2003 to whenever wasn't as good as the Attitude Era. But in the modern day, it's definitely Don Callis and Kevin Kelly. It's a shame that those two are not working together as often. Chris Charlton is fine. He's there mostly to be a translator, but he is no Don Callis. And honestly, it improved it. I mean, they had Gino Gambino back, which was kind of fun to listen to. Him being the old big Gambino. So, 34 minutes, 38 seconds. Hell of a first half of a double main event. And then we have Kazuchika Okada versus Jay White. Of course, Okada is going to win the match. Chris Shelton kind of spoiled who was going to win this match, as he said that Brock Lesnar was the last Gaijin to win the main event of the Tokyo Dome on January 4th. And I think that was before or around the time they started calling it Wrestle Kingdom, or before Wrestle Kingdom, whatever show they had back in 2000, I think it was 2005, something like that. He was the last Gaijin to win a match, like win the main event as And it's like, you're just saying, yes, Okada's winning. That's like, come on, Chris, don't do that. So, Okada wins. Now, this match was good as well. It was definitely a different pace than Omega and Will Ospreay. But let's be honest, they gave it their own. They gave it everything. It was the second best match of the night. But there was nothing topping Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. Great to see Mercedes. I don't know what the hell she's gonna do. Who thought that hair design was a good idea? Obviously, I knew FTR was losing. Again, it's another one of those things that even if they had the Ring of Honor World Tag Team title still and the AAA Tag Team Championships, it's like a precedent set that if you were IWGP World Tag Team Champions going into this show, you were losing the tag team titles. That has been set for years. Overall, this was a very fun show. Definitely wasn't a slog. I'm actually not tired at all. I figured, it's 12 matches, 9 of them on the card. It's been 4 hours. And honestly, great pace. Nothing dragged. Everything was great. I do like the fact that Kyrie got to go out there and have a match. I wish it could have went a little bit longer, but it is. New Japan is still, they're still set in their ways, and it's something that they're not fully prepared to embrace yet. Maybe one day, and maybe one of these years at the Tokyo Dome, you get a 20-minute women's title match, but I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Overall, if you want to check out Wrestle Kingdom, I would say, and you don't want to check out every match because there are a lot of matches there's no bad match. There's not a bad match on this show at all. Check out the final 2 matches. Tama Tonga, Carl Anderson's a nice little one. The women's match being the history that it makes, the fact that it's the first ever IWGP Women's Championship defense, and I think the first women's match in a New Japan ring in decades. Also, Catch 22 versus Lee Yo is a good match as well. Honestly, outside of the Keiji Muto final match, I'd say you could check out every single match, because the Keiji Muto's final match, that 6-man tag match, it was fine. It was a good palate cleanser. It was something to bring to calm the fans down and let them, sit there, watch a legend have its final match before we get to the 3 big matches of the night with the titles, the 2 big men's titles, like heavyweight titles, and the junior heavyweight title. But if you're only going to pick 2 matches, you pick the final 2 matches. And if you want to throw another one in there, Zack Sabre Jr. and Red Narita was a fun 10-minute match. But that is your Wrestle Kingdom mini review. Hit that subscribe button, comment down below, like or dislike this video. Find me on The France Club, find me on twitch.tv/The France Club, and find me on Instagram at The France Club. And I will see you next time. When that is going to be, I don't know yet. But until then, my name is The France, and I'll see you guys later.